Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. My name is Rajiana binti Muhammad Ilyas. My matric number is 265703. Now, let me begin with my speech. Firstly, did you all know that television have a major influence on growth and also formation of behavioral values? The answer is yes. Television can play a major role in forming and also influencing the behavior of the kids. But nowadays, more than 60% of television shows involve violence. It seems like you will see a violence at any shows that you are watch. So, for the preparation on doing this speech, I have made some research about this topic, and while I am doing the research about this topic, I find out that TV violence can make children possess negative attitude from the TV shows that they watch. From the research that have been made by academics at Iowa State University and have been published in the Journal of Applied Developmental Psychology, they also stated that the kids was copying the verbal violence that they had seen on the shows that they are watched, and they are applied at school. So, parents must play their role very well in this situation to overcome this problem. And today, for the speech, I am going to talk about how TV violence can make children possess a negative attitude, and this can be solved by a parent's attention and also the limit of TV time. In fact, I know that most of us here, including me myself, are not a parents yet. But however, this problem can affect us in the future. So now we need to know what should we do if we are facing this problem later in the future. With that being said, let me start with my first point. Now, I am going to talk about children nowadays possess negative attitude. For my first point is TV violence make children become aggressive. According to a study, television violence can make a child become aggressive. This is because those children who watch a violent shows for several hours a week will become inward by violence, and starting from that they will start to viewing and imagining that the world is a dangerous place and frightening place for them. So what is aggressive behavior? Aggressive behavior can cause a harm to others, either there is physical or emotional, and this could range from a verbal to physical violence. Why I say that TV shows that contains violence can make a children possess a negative attitude, because let me give example. In one TV show, there is always one bad guy character that will always use aggressive behavior in order to take revenge or provoke someone. So it shows to the children that they can use aggressive behavior anytime they want, and it also shows to the children that they can go and take revenge and also provoke someone. Next, TV violence also teach children to start to accept that violence is a way to solve their problem. On some TV shows, there is always some character that like to use violence on people whenever they are facing a problem. So it shows to these children that by using a violence is an effective way in order for them to settle their problem. Moreover, these children tend to be more reactive rather than being proactive. In addition, According to a study, the children that have been watched a violence TV show, they are more likely being argumentative and also the class bully. This is because for them, by being a bully, it can save them from getting bullied by others people, as have been shown in some movies. Now that we already have a clear understanding about TV violence can make a children possess a negative attitude, let me go to what type of TV shows that display a negative attitude. There is two types of TV program that shows a negative attitude. Firstly is a TV programs that shows a murder and also violent content such as Cat Gangster. As we all knows, there is some movies such as Cat Gangster that always being showed during holidays such as Hari Raya and also school holidays. And mostly during these holidays, children will watch television with their families. And let us talk about Cat Gangster movie. This movie is PG-13 movie classification. PG-13 means that a viewer under 13 years old need a parent supervision while viewing this movie. However, as I mentioned earlier, Cat Gangster is one of the movie that contains murder and also violence image that is not suitable for the children. In this movie, there is a scene where the hero go and fight the bad guy and also murder them in order to be safe. And in this scene also, it have been showed a gun, a knife that is, for my opinion, it is not suitable for the children to watch. Even though there is always a good value in this movie, but it is still not suitable for the child because they sometimes child can't think whether it is right or wrong, not like adult. This is because children will easily influence and begin to imitate the violence act that they watch from the movie. Other than that, children also can be affected by the violent act that have been shown in some cartoon shows such as Pokemon. I think most of us know about Pokemon shows, right? Have you watched it? Right? The most important is we must know that how is that little yellow Pikachu and his friends are sending a wrong message to the kids. According to a psychologist, they believe that Pokemon shows have a violent act and it can make children become aggressive. This is because for them, the children will start to identify the with cartoon character as much with real character, which means they can really may not able to tell a difference between a fantasy and also a reality. The children will start to think that they can follow anything that the cartoon do, and this can lead them to being aggressive kids. Is it clear until now? So we already know about the problem, and now we must know what should we do as a parent to solve this problem. As we all know, parents play a big role in order to overcome this problem. And one of the things that parents can do is they must pay attention to what their kids are watching. Nowadays, usually parents let their kids watch any movie, any shows without make sure that the shows that their kids are watching are suitable for them or not. And it is a big mistake and the parents must fix it immediately. As a parents, we must pay attention to what our kids are watching so that we can decide which program that are suitable with our children age. Besides that, as a parents, we must also make sure that our children is stick to our rules in order to prevent them from watching a movie or a TV shows that are not suitable for them. Not just parents can pay attention for what their kids are watching, but as a parents we can also pay attention while watching with our children. With that, if there is a violent scene during watching shows or cartoon shows with our children, we can tell them, oh, this is not right, you cannot do this, and from that our children will start to learn about what they can do and what they cannot do. Another step that a parent can take in order to solve this problem is by putting their children on TV diet, which means by limiting their children TV time. As a parent, we can create a weekly entertainment calendar with our children. Parents and their children can sit down and create the weekly entertainment calendar together. When doing so, parents can tell the children about how much television time that the children have. The children can determine what show that they want to watch, but of course, as a parents, we must firstly make sure that the shows that they want to watch is really suitable for them or not. And the parent also must make sure that the shows that their children want to watch is free from any violent content. After decide a TV time, don't forget to include some fun activities that the family can do together on the calendar. For example, play a card, play a puzzle, ride a bike, and others. Through doing so, it also can strengthen a family ties between family members. Other than that, the children also will can having fun without with doing other activities, not just by watching a TV. Lastly, by putting children on TV diet, it also can lead to a healthier and also a happy family style. For the conclusion, as we all know, it is not easy to overcome the problem of the children and also TV violence. I hope we can use the step that I have told earlier as a step to overcome this problem. But before I end my speech, I want to remind you about what step that the parents should take to overcome the problem of TV violence that make children possess a negative attitude. As I said earlier, the step that the parents can take in order to overcome this problem is by paying attention to what their children are watching, and also limit the TV time of their children. In conclusion, I hope with the speech that I give, I can persuade all of you, either there is a parents or a future parents, to take the step to overcome this problem, which is TV violence can give a bad effect to the kids.